the Earth is 4.5 billion years old. This image is a timeline of the Earth's life. And if you took that all and squished it down into 24 hours, the human existence, which is roughly this tiny little spot, would be 3 seconds of those 24 hours. And within those 24 hours, we have released so many toxins that we have altered the Earth. So we have melted polar ice caps and destroyed a whole bunch of other habitats and released a lot of pollution. What I will be talking about today is greenhouse gases and what forms they are in and what large amounts of them can cause. Oh, no. There we go. UN Energy Statistic Database states that fertilizers, fossil fuels, human labor, and drought animals are some things that cause greenhouse gases. The U.S. emissions produce the largest portion of electricity emissions as of 2013, I think it was. And some of you might think that why hasn't there been an attempt to shorten the amount? Well, there has been. It's called the Kyoto Protocol, which was an attempt to bring together a whole bunch of countries to be able to reduce the amount of emissions. And some believe that protocol was barely put into effect, and even if it was, it wouldn't have made that much difference. So when I was talking about habitat destruction, one of the main one people think about is polar bears. They live in the poles, and their ice caps is what they live on, and with the globe warming, they begin to melt. And in this picture, there is a polar bear on what is left of a polar ice cap, as all of the other ice caps have melted. And with the animals' habitat being destroyed, there is an unlikely percentage that the polar bears will be able to be recovered, since they use the ice caps to be able to hunt for their food, and as their hunting ground goes away, they will eventually starve. And another animal that sometimes comes to mind is a wolf. Now, a wolf has other ways that its habitat is being destroyed other than just global warming, because they are hunted and are used as trophies, or hunters and ranchers despise them because they eat elk and cattle from the ranchers' farms. They are currently on the endangered species list, but Congress has made over 20 attempts to take them off of that list, because we have made progress with putting them into Yellowstone National Park and trying to restore their habitat. But one of the main ways that their habitat is being destroyed is by deforestation, and how we are going to cut down trees because we want to make houses, or we want to make paper, or any of other sorts. So that's destroying their habitat, along as taking away CO2 emissions, which would limit the amount of greenhouse gases. Ways to limit them would mainly be this thing called geoengineering, which is a common term for efforts to intentionally change the Earth's environments in ways that could reverse what has occurred. This picture is one of the machines that use geoengineering. It is called a cloud ship. It floats across the ocean and takes seawater and produces it into the air, which would hopefully help reduce CO2 emissions. So, after explaining all of this, I hope you have a better understanding of what greenhouse gases are and what they can do. But just to remind you, it has only been 3 seconds, and we have already done so much damage to the Earth. And it is still, within the next 3 seconds, I personally hope that we can reverse it. Because to put it back into perspective, that is 200,000 years. And if in that amount of time we can't reverse what we already have done, and just continue to destroy the earth, we are leaving this place and completely trashing it through instead of leaving it the way we found it.